Okay, lots of stuff to talk about. So, we'll just start off with the food bank stuff because every time the food bank. Okay, so I was saying, like a few days ago, just in private with myself talking to God. It's probably crying. And just said, I was just praying to God and said, "Oh God, please restore my soul." That exact restore my soul, exactly. Not revive my spirit. Okay, so restore my soul is what I said. And so I'll talk a little bit and then I'll do a show and tell. I'll tell and then I'll show. Okay. So as I'm reading through this, and I'll show you because it's got like the frosty snow mountains, okay, and then it has these flower bulbs bursting up and out of the ground. And already the numbers and names in here, but this one stood out because they just so happen to have, because the interfaith, it's for everyone, so it's not just Catholic, this, whatever, okay, so, but it's like the food bank in Grass Valley, and everyone donates to them. Rayleigh's, the yogurt shop, what did we get last time? Just now, so we got stuff from Starbucks, like the sandwiches and their yogurt with the dates and the mucilix topping and the okay, so we got like, stuff from I suppose it was Starbucks. I think that's what she said. So, like their lunches, and so there was a couple sandwiches that we got, and one was sriracha, okay, and it's funny because when the lady handed it to me, she's like, "Oh, this one's whatever." I don't know how to say that. I'm like, "Oh, sriracha. It's like it's a hot sauce." Okay, so I already know what sriracha is. Okay, there's sambal, which is like more spicy garlic. Okay, and then there's sriracha is like more of a paste topping sauce. Okay, it's really good. Yeah, it's like more of I guess more of an Asian kind of a hot sauce. Okay, but sriracha. Okay, now I'm looking in this little, okay, because they have a bookshelf in there, so I got a couple block books from my son. One's colors, one's shapes. Oh, and the colors one says little critter. They used to be little monsters. Okay, they change, like, oh, you can't say cookie monster. They say cookie. They say cookie now. Can't say little monsters. It's gotta be little critters, and it's not a Mandela thing. Can't say Oscar the Grouch. You have to say Oscar. Can't say Grouch or monster or, oh my gosh. And then bullying is at an all-time high, right? Do you see how, oh, we have to be so politically correct, yet they're building more and more prisons every day. Okay, it doesn't match up, doesn't match. Matcha doesn't matcha up. Okay. They had some drinks, matcha. So, okay. Let me find the one now. Oh, and they had something, Corinthians 13:13. So already was getting, okay, Divine Mother. So there's poems in here. So poems are coming. Okay, these are spiritual poems. It's like, dude, God just keeps telling me. Okay, so the first one, right off the bat, is Arrival of Spring. It has a poem, and then it goes into Acts 11:23. Acts 1:1-2-3. And I was watching a video, and I'm like, oh, progressive. Oh, that's nice. But it's 1:1-2-3. And this is what God gave me, Acts 11:23. Didn't he already give me that? Man, I think he did. Yeah, I think that's the one I shared already. And it says, I'm not sure which version this is, but when he arrived and saw the grace of God, I'm like, okay, Gabriel. He rejoiced and encouraged them all to remain faithful to the Lord in firmness of heart. Heart. Grace and heart. Okay, Acts 11:23, which is Gevurot. Okay, Gabriel, grace, and talking about the heart. Acts 1:1-2-3, all in order. 1, 2, 3, one foot in front of the other. Gabriel, life, walking on the earth. Hello. And Acts, okay, in the Jewish Orthodox Bible, in the Job, it's Gevurot, okay, and Gevurah is Gabriel. So when I'm leaving, they get on the mic, because people wait outside sometimes, so they have an intercom speaker that goes outside so people can hear when their cart, is ready at the food bank, and because they assemble it all, and so they're so great. Plus they're so, I wish I could go every day. Maybe I'll, when I can get well enough, I don't know, it's all going to be over soon anyway, but yeah, maybe volunteer or something, I don't know, but I would like to do these things, but I just can't, because God has me doing what I'm supposed to be doing, so I don't need to look anywhere else. But so they call the name Mark, okay, as I'm leaving, Mark and Heart, that are, okay, the blood, the fire, right, Mars, Ark, so, and it's funny because the dude, it was there last time too, he looks like Baby Daddy's father, but like shorter, but the same like eyes and everything. And so I don't know if he said it extra loud or kind of stumbled when he picked up the thing to sit, because it kind of like rattled me a little bit because it was kind of loud, or I was right next to the speaker or whatever. It was all, Mark, your food's ready, Mark. Because that's my dad's name. I'm like, so right as I'm leaving, I hear that, right? And then the woman that helped me, okay, in the beginning when you sit down and do your little questionnaire thing, her name was Joan. So Joe, Ann, already John and Ann already, okay. And then the guy that helped me last time, who was saying something about how him and his wife, we were talking about the peppers, and he's like, are those hot? So it was the same guy, and I was like, oh yeah, my skin today. He's like, yeah, I noticed that. I'm like, right, it was just right out in the open, but I had to have my hair all pulled up because I just could not have my hair touching my skin. And so like as I'm walking, I have like my shirt collar like pulled up in the back because the sun's hitting me. I'm just like, oh God, just a couple minutes to walk over there. I'm like, yeah, I just feel like I just have leather. So I'm wondering, oh my God, it's around my wrists and my neck. And this slavery thing came in with the sriracha. Oh God. So the sriracha sandwich, okay? Okay, as I'm getting off track here. So I'm reading through, because I'm going to read this whole little book, okay? And there's Autumn Joy's Virginia Borman Grimmer, that GR, and on page 25, 5 times 5, Autumn Joys. So that's, I don't know, there's just so many synchronicities of all of these. Okay, where's the one? I'll find it. Okay. It's called The Scene. It's on page 26 and 27. I'll read the poem. Specks of crystal reflect in the sun. The air has taken a chill. An azure sky has a tinge of gray as clouds begin to fill with snow that soon will be falling, and this vista will be reborn. I'm telling you, vista, God keeps giving me that word, okay? And it just so happens to be in this poem that's connected to Sirach 43:1. Okay, we're going to get to that. And there's that word gray, okay, the color gray, and it's in this color book. So, colors and shapes, I should say. And then this isn't charging, of course. Come on. Okay. Yeah, I gotta like move the cord around, charger, everything. Need new stuff. Or if just stuff was made right and didn't fall apart. I don't know. So, okay, now I'm against the snow will be falling, and this vista will be reborn. So this vista will be reborn. So your vista, your word, what you see is your life. Okay, that is you. From rustic gold to winter white, perhaps by coming morn. So there's that white and gold. Okay, we have gray, which is the black and white together in the center. We have white and gold. That's what Jesus wears. I say whenever I've seen him in my dream. I think it's been 2 or 3 times. Well, one time he was wearing more like it was the second time I saw him. He was wearing like that old like I saw on the Wikipedia picture of Shem with like the beanie cap and like a Peruvian those jackets that like the guys what are they called? Alpaca, they're those certain Peruvian type hats and jackets that they have. Okay, that's what he was wearing. And then come to find out it's like an ancient, that hat, the beanie style hat, just cloche style hat, like a cap. Okay, now I'm interrupting the poem. Okay. Specks of crystal reflect in the sun, the air has taken a chill. An azure sky has a tinge of gray as clouds begin to fill with snow that soon will be falling, and this vista will be reborn from rustic gold to winter white, perhaps by coming morn. Exclamation point. Dusk comes early in winter time, it leaves little time for fun. For critters, that's a little critter, okay. For critters to forage or children to play, it settles its darkness around everyone. Firesides glisten as dark takes its hand. Windows make frosty designs. Hand, okay, there's hand again. As flakes take to flight, the darkness of night makes his own little wintertime rhymes. Okay, poetry and rhyme, that's been coming in. At dawn, the world has been christened. At dawn, the world has been christened with a fresh alabaster type view. I love this spiritual poetry. Gods painted the scene, white covering green that was left when autumn was new. It is pristine and bright, simply perfect. God's brush made a vision serene. Now winter's caress has given us rest, for no one will mess up this scene. And I feel like I want to cry. Because once God restores us, no one's going to ever mess it up again. Including ourselves. Okay, so Sirach 43:1, okay? The clear vault of the sky, vault. I had the dream where a hatch door, it was like roundish, okay? As if there was if you were in a bubble and there was a door, it would have an arc shape to it, right? Okay, it was like a hatch door that just swung open like a farm door would, farm gate, okay, big, right? Swinging from the side. The clear vault of the sky shines forth like heaven itself, a vision of glory. So Sirach, okay, Siracha, Sirach. Now we're going to go to Sirach. Watch this. Now, I went to Bible Gateway and entered Sirach 43:1. It wouldn't come up. But, 43:1-12, Sirach 43:27-33. Okay, so then it came in again when I did it differently, however, whatever. Maybe because I had it on King James Version, and they don't have Sirach in the King James Version, but they have it in the Revised Standard Version. So apparently they have some of the I can't think of the name now. The non-canonical, what's it called? Because some consider it canonical, some don't consider Sirach canonical. What's the word for the books? Anyway, maybe it'll come to me. Okay. Oh, well, I have Sirach Wikipedia open. Okay, so here it is. Let's read this really quick. So, Sirach, Ecclesiasticus. Okay, the book of the all-virtuous wisdom of Yeshua ben Sirach, so commonly called the wisdom of Sirach, or simply Sirach, and also known as the book of Ecclesiasticus. Okay, Eclogite, all the cleave, the clay, okay, the gray, okay, all this is coming in. So, okay, it's a work of ethical teachings from approximately 200 to 175 BCE, written by the Jewish scribe Ben Sirach of Jerusalem, Yerushalayim. I like to say Yerushalayim. So, Ben Sirach of Yerushalayim, on the inspiration of his father Joshua, son of Sirach, sometimes called Jesus, son of Sirach, or Yeshua ben Eliezer ben Sirach. So in Egypt, it was translated into Greek by the author's unnamed grandson, who added a prologue. This prologue is generally considered the earliest witness to a canon of the books of the prophets. This prologue is generally considered the earliest witness to a canon of the books of the prophets. This prologue is generally considered the earliest witness to a canon of the books of the prophets, and thus the date of the text as we have it is the subject of intense scrutiny. The book itself is the largest wisdom book from the antiquity to have survived. Oh my! Reading on. Oh, we'll get into some supernatural stuff that happened. Okay, so this is all. So Sirach is accepted as part of the Christian biblical canons by Catholics, Eastern Orthodox, and most of the Oriental Orthodox. The Anglican Church does not accept Sirach as proto-canonical. Okay? Does not. The Anglican Church does not. But the Catholics, the Eastern Orthodox, and the Oriental Orthodox do. So, and says it should be read only for example of life and instruction of manners, but yet doth not apply them to establish any doctrine. Similarly, the Lutheran Church is included in their lectionaires and as a book proper for reading, devotion, and prayer. It was cited in some writings in early Christianity. There are claims that it is called the Epistle of James. Okay, and that name James, I'm just saying, the owner of the crystal shop, and James is coming in. Okay, because she said something about James, Moses, whatever, and then I'm like, oh yeah, my foster dad was James, and his son's James, or Jimmy, and okay, so lots of James. So there's James, the Epistle of James, and also the non-canonical Didache, and Epistle of Barnabas. Clement of Alexandria, and Origen quote from it, and Origen, or Origen, Gen, quote from it repeatedly as from a, that's in Hebrew, Yapol, it was something, or holy book. The catalog of Chettenhelm, Pope Damascus, okay, hello, there's Damascus, or Damasus, there's not a C. The Councils of Hippo, and Council of Carthage, Pope Innocent the First, Pope Innocent. The Second Council of Carthage, 419. The Council of Florence, 1442. And Augustine all regarded it as canonical, although Jerome Rufinus of Aquileia and the Council of Laodicea ranked it instead as an ecclesiastic book. The apostolic canons, not recognized by the Catholic Church, stated as venerable and sacred the wisdom of Sirach. Finally, the Roman Catholic Church confirmed the previous councils and declared it to be canonical in 1546 during the fourth session of the Council of Trent. See how many people had their hands in deciding what's in the Bible, what's not, and how they changed the words from the Hebrew to things, so many things lost in translation? Yeah, the King James Bible, yeah, but cross-reference it with lots of other ones, okay? And read people's interpretations of the Bible so you can get a bunch of information and then understand the words, okay? And really all that is I don't understand the Bible. That's just coming from fear. If you actually sit down and go, I'm going to understand the Bible. I'm going to sit down and read this, and God's going to give me but see, people go, oh, I just don't understand the Bible. Okay, you're just lacking in faith of what God can reveal to you. So you're going in with the ego of, I'm going to understand the Bible. No. We, you and God together, and the prophets who wrote it, okay? Jesus, all those, that's the we, okay? Not you and your ego, because the ego doesn't work with anyone. Hello. does not play well with others. And not even the self. It's always above the self or below the self. So Sirach is not part of the Jewish canon, once thought to have been established in the hypothetical Council of Jamnia, perhaps due to its late authorship, although it is not clear that the canon was completely closed at the time of Ben Sirach. Others have suggested that Ben Sirach's self-identification as the author precluded it from attaining canonical status, which was reserved for works that were attributed or could be attributed to the prophets, or that it was denied entry to the canon as a rabbinical counter-reaction to its embrace by the nascent Christian community. Okay. However, some Jews in the diaspora considered Sirach scripture. For instance, the Greek translation made by Ben Sirach's grandson was included in the Septuagint, however you say that. Okay, I'm trying, people. I don't know any of this stuff. I'm just transmitting the news that God shows me, tells me. I'm trying my best. I don't know. I trust and have faith, total, complete faith and trust in God that He makes the words that need to come out, come out. And if He reminds me I forgot something, then okay. The 2nd century BCE Greek version of the Jewish scripture used by diaspora Jews, through which it became part of the Greek canon. Okay, the multiplicity of manuscript fragments uncovered in the Cairo Geniza evidence its authoritative status among Egyptian Jewry until the Middle Ages. Jewry, Jewry, Egyptian Jewry until the Middle Ages. Because it was excluded from the Jewish canon, Sirach was excised from the Protestant canon following the Reformation. So, as other wisdom books, there is no easily recognized... Okay, so I'm just going to... the exceptions are the first two chapters. Okay, this number 2 keeps coming up because someone emailed me the day. Okay, I'm talking about the white dog. She happened to be house sitting, so it's the timing of everything too. It's not like she has these 2 dogs all the time. She was house sitting and also taking care of these 2 dogs. Okay, so 2 white dogs. Okay, so this number 2 keeps coming up. I kept reading and it was like 2 chapters, 2 this, 2 this. So the exceptions are the first 2 chapters whose reflections on wisdom and fear of God provides the theological framework for what follows. And the last 9 chapters, 2 and 9, that's Gabriel 2, okay, the pair, the wings, the lungs, and then the 9 months, okay, the birth, the completion. In the last 9 chapters, which function as sort of a climax, first in an extended praise of God's glory as manifested through creation, 42:15 through 43:33, so 4333, and that used to be my prefix growing up in Healdsburg, 433 or 431, but all of it's 433 first. So there's 333, 4. So he's talking about Sirach 42:15 through 43:33, so 333. And second in the celebration of the herpes of, or the heroes, the herpes. And second in the celebration of the heroes of ancient Israel's history dating back to before the Great Flood through contemporary times. Okay, so despite the lack of structure, there are certain themes running through the book that appear at various points. The New Oxford Annotated Apocrypha, that's the word I was trying to think of, Apocrypha, okay, identifies 10 major recurring topics. Okay, so here's 10 as in total rebirth back click. Okay, so 9 is completion, but one more click, boom, you're back at 0 point, you and God. Okay? So we'll just go through them 1 through 10. So number 1, creation. 2, death, and it gives the verses. I'm not going to say all the numbers, okay? Creation. Number 2, death. 3, friendship. 4, happiness. 5, honor and shame. 6, money matters. 7, sin. 8, social justice. 9, speech. 10, women. Yeah, when you have a good man, the one that God gives you, and then you're a righteous woman because you've been blessed with the righteous man, so it's obvious that just pray, okay, to inflame, whatever. Then then it's such a relief and a release to be like, oh, let the masculine take charge when it's, you know, the woman takes charge and says her certain ways. And then he takes charge and, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's righteous and holy, you know what I mean? So it's a real taking charge. It's not egoic, like something a man would do that would be embarrassing to you, okay? And to himself later or whatever. Okay, no, because this is like, yeah, standing in the power and authority of God. It's just, okay, so it goes into the Mosaic law and all this, the authorship and transliteration. Okay, they're talking about, there was something important here. Something about the power and the horn, and he's wearing a bicorn headdress like the cow. Oh, and a black cow was in my dream. It was laying on the couch. I was petting it. I remembered how soft it was. It was a cow. Okay, I'll go into the dream. Just wanted to find. Oh, I think it's in here somewhere, because I just don't want to misquote it. I know they said something about power. Okay, they're going into the Dead Sea Scrolls, talking about the manuscripts, mentioning Yom Kippur. Oh, Amidah. So that word Amidah, it means prayer, and that came up, I think, the number was 184 or 8, whatever the number God gave me, 184 or something. So Amidah was one of the ones under that gematria, and that means, okay, the most important of the Jewish prayers, the Amidah. So some early 20th century scholars also argue that the vocabulary and framework used by Sirach form the basis of the most important of all Jewish prayers, the Amidah. But that conclusion is disputed as well, of course. So basically, what do you think is, you know, okay, I'm trying to find, basically, okay, it's on here somewhere, I'm just not finding it now, but, so power, horn, and then someone said, I think it was what's her name, Erica Hippie Terrell or something, I haven't watched the whole thing, I just watched a couple minutes or something, and she mentioned cornucopia, corn, horn. Oh, and then unicorn was on the 184 too. And unicorn. And then I realized that G and P have the same, because G is 7, God, G 7, but P is 16, reduces to 7. So if you like pregnant and all like the breath, the going, moving forward, the plump, okay. Oh man. Anyway, so it says how power is associated with horn, okay, and then the black cow in my dream, okay, and then, oh, and here's 222, it says, of these, Ptolemy 3 Euergetes reigned only 25 years, 247 to 222 BCE. So there's 222. There's also 117 BCE. Okay, on there twice, and 170 BCE. So there's that 17. There's a 117 and 17 and 222. Power. Horn, okay, because the wings, the lungs, the horns, that's Gabriel, that's the ark. When you're anchoring God down onto the earth, right, it has to be split into two, because it's just the dual nature of to have a world of form in which to play. Let's just say it's to play in, okay, instead of calling it hell. Because let's get used to what's coming, okay. We need to start letting go of what's going to pass away and start preparing for what's on the horizon. Oh, okay, so, what was I just gonna say? The horns. Oh, my dream. Okay. So my mom, and it wasn't quite clear. She was saying how something about a sponge bath, but then she hit her foot, and then it was like popped like a bubble. So I was getting like bursting, popping, a bubble, the bath, water, and then she said, and then all of a sudden we're like in the car, and I didn't really see them, but it felt like maybe my sister and her boyfriend were in the back seat or so. But it seemed like we're just all our energies in this car vessel together. And then she said, and Tim, she said Tim because if she said Chris, because I couldn't see anyone that was there. But I don't know. Maybe I would have thought she meant my sister Chris. That's why she said Tim, because his brother or dad or both, maybe his brother and his brother's name is Tim or something like that. But so that's how I knew that she was talking about my sister's boyfriend. And she said, and Tim was screaming like he was giving birth. Okay, and he's the Nicaraguan. So that's the black water. Okay, so this rebirth, and then it said the reborn, and this vista will be reborn from rustic gold to winter white, perhaps by coming morn. And so last night, and I'm sure I'm leaving out synchronicities and something else I wanted to whatever, but oh, Chapa. Okay, so I'm like I'm like, why is Chapa popping up? And I know that word, but I don't know it. I'm like, oh yeah, Chapa Day, the Indian health clinic, duh. But so you know what Chapa is in English? Sheet. Okay, double E. Well, Chapa has two A's, but double E, sheet. Okay, Chapa is sheet. So cha, pa. Cha is, I'm thinking of like cha, chew, something tangible. Pa is like fa, like from the father. So this sheet, like Peter's vision, the four corners, like a sheet coming down of the, okay. The 3-2-1 contact, and the Acts 11:23, 1, 2, 3. Okay, the 3-2-1 contact commercial where they're doing the, or not commercial, but intro, whatever, to the show. The one part I was talking about where they're doing the paper cutter, where they have this stack of paper and, this old-fashioned manual paper cutter. That's what we are. It's like we're all sheets of paper, okay? Our breath family, our cloth our breath cloth, the sheet, the chapa, okay? Our spirit family, okay? Our soul family, our monad, whatever you want to call it. And it gets all chopped up, okay? But it's still composed of the same exact, from that sheet of paper cut, so it's putting the puzzle back together, that sheet that's been all chopped. So finding your soul family coming back together, okay? The 1, 2, 3 was right there, and 3, 2, 1, which is Gevorot, okay? Sheet, chapa. Chapa just popped up randomly while I was doing the Siracha. So I'm going to read this now. Sirach 43, 1 through 12, Revised Standard Version, okay, because I'm on Bible Gateway. I don't have a Bible that has this. So this is in the Apocrypha, or certain other versions, okay, so the RSV. Excuse me. Hold on one second. Oh, and that shape semicircle, that's in the shape book. Yeah. Some supernatural stuff. A big old fan that's on my dresser that some of you, maybe if you've seen other videos, a big Asian fan that's, okay, fell off in the middle of that big crash. And let me just say, these walls aren't quaking for any reason, if you know what I'm saying. So that was definitely, it could have been Gabriel because it was the fan and the semicircle. And then Brother Stephen Andre was saying something about, and I was already getting this because I had, either it was his or somebody else's, it was that 180. I'm like, oh, 180, full, like, turnaround, blah, blah, blah. And then he started saying that, 180. I'm like, okay. It's just funny. And he's all, the Italian, he talks about some stuff that, like, I really resonate with, so. And, the Divine Mother, the Catholic connection, the cat. Hello, the cat. Anyway, so let's read this, okay. So I'm just like, I can't wait for all us brothers and sisters to just be all together in peace, not have to worry about anything, adultery, kidnapping, rape, just everything, just people being obstinate, right? Not being cooperative, not even being hateful or evil, you know? Okay, so here we go. The splendor of the sun, Sirach 43, 1 through 12. Here we go. The pride of the heavenly heights is the clear firmament. The appearance of heaven is a spectacle of glory. The sun, when it appears, making proclamation as it goes forth, is a marvelous instrument, the work of the Most High. At noon it parches the land, and who can withstand its burning heat? A man tending a furnace works in burning heat. But the sun burns the mountains 3 times as much. It breathes out fiery vapors, and with bright beams it blinds the eyes. Great is the Lord who made it, and his command, and at his command it hastens on its course. So we can say, oh, the cyclicals of this and that, but God can make the sun do whatever, okay? He could just turn the light out right now if he wanted to. But he goes according to the script of what he wrote because he's righteous and a God of his word. So that's the splendor of the sun. Now the splendor of the moon is verse 6, 43. Okay, 6 through 8. Okay, so these 3 verses. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the sun. Okay, 3 for the moon. He made the moon also to serve in its season, to mark the times, and to be an everlasting sign. That's like the black lines, black, white, black, white, black, white. Okay, the black binds the moraines. Okay, they guide. Okay, mark and indicate and measure. Okay, so to mark the times and to be an everlasting sign. From the moon comes the sign for feast days, a light that wanes when it has reached the full. The month is named for the moon, increasing marvelously in its phases, an instrument of the hosts on high, shining forth in the firmament of heaven. So I know there's people saying the moon is this and that command center, or that the moon reflects the sun. I just go by the Bible. Okay, so here's the glory of the stars and the rainbow and the rainbow. So we have the sun, then we have the moon. Now we have the glory of the stars and the rainbow, people. Again, this is 4 lines. So 5, 3, and 4. So the glory of the stars and the rainbow. The glory of the stars is the beauty of heaven, a gleaming array in the heights of the Lord. At the command of the Holy One, capital H, capital O, ho! They stand as ordered. They never relax in their watches. Look upon the rainbow and praise him who made it, exceedingly beautiful in its brightness. It enriches the heaven with its glorious arc. The hands of the Most High have stretched it out. Most High, capital M, capital H. Okay. Now, are we done with the... Okay, got that. Oh yeah, and I happened to look up something else, and it gave me Elsevier's Dictionary of Trees, and I'm like, oh, okay, so that's something I'm going to start studying, is trees, and try to identify. It's just fun when you're hiking, you know, you can identify the trees and just connect with their story and their purpose and stuff, and as you're connecting with your own purpose, okay, so it's kind of beautiful in that way. So I'm going to see what we get here now. And yeah, there's my fan. I was like, just in case it's Gabriel, okay, but just in case it's not. Yeah, it's laying on the ground because it fell off. Then I went back to sleep. It didn't startle me. I'm used to with my coffee with honey and organic cardamom. Safely didn't have organic raw honey though, but so. And I told my checker, I'm like, brother, you guys need to get some honeys in here. You guys need some good honeys. Because they care. They'll tell the, you know, it's like a small little, you know, Actually he gave me a cheer card, $5 off the next time he come in. So I used that because I got my son some potty treats, big old bag of $10, like a huge bag of Hershey's Kisses, and then a huge bag of like a mixed one. Which that's funny because I just dreamt of candy and we were grabbing bags of candy. We were like in this store where it was weird. It was like we could just take whatever we want. It's like whenever I have those kind of dreams in heaven, it's like there's convenience stores, there's this, there's that, but there's no money and you're not even hungry. But it's like if you want a big giant bag of candy, you can just pull some stuff off the shelf, put it in a bag, and then go hiking around. It's cool. I like traveling in the astral and how it's like, even if you come up upon things that are uncomfortable, it's not scary. That's a place where I'm very aware of my power, and where things aren't confusing. And even if they are confusing, you knowing your power is never confused or diluted. So here's the shapes book, okay? And just to show you, they have an oval and it's a purple balloon. They use a balloon for an oval, well, an egg too, but so Gabriel, hello. Ball, okay, like the P when you're pregnant. Okay, and then here's the semicircle. So I'm like, oh, semicircle. That really stood out, okay? So they do the first one is round with the clock. Hello, TikTok. And then in the very back, and then you identify the shapes, and they have the heart shaped, which I was like, that's so cute, right? And candies and stuff. So hello, heart, red and white. And then this is missing its binding. I didn't realize that they put a piece of tape there, so that's cool. Mercer Mayer, I had these little monsters book. Now they call them litter critters. But okay, so it just goes in order of the rainbow, and then it goes, so after purple it goes gray, violet, very interesting, which is more on the red, and when the blue goes back to the red, okay, crosses the purple, then violet is more on the red, purple is more on the blue. White, so gray, white, black. Oh, and there was brown in here somewhere. Yeah, brown is right after green. But look at the green. That's where they put their name. I can't really, maybe it says Bella or something like that. I think they put the E first and then the B, but it's Bella, you know what I mean? And they missed it, and so they put the E next to it or something. So look at how there's the spider and the turtle. Yeah, and those are mine. The turtle, when I was like the first FFA fair in Healdsburg, I remember I won a little, I think it was from the cups game where you throw the pennies into the little teacups or something, you know, and they're floating around in the water. And I won this little, like, I think it was it might have been an eraser top, but it was just like a little rubber pink turtle, okay? And I have remembered that my whole life, and that was the first, and I was like, something about turtle and the pattern and stuff. There was just instant resonation, okay? And here we are, Turtle Island, okay? Green, the spider, okay, because that represents truth, ultimate truth. And it doesn't matter if it feels good, looks good, whatever, it's truth, okay? So green in the heart, Turtle Island, anyway. So I was just like, of all of them, that has the spider, okay, and a turtle. There's another one that has a spider though. The brown, okay, that makes sense, the green and the brown of the earth, right? And I thought there was one more with a spider, I could be wrong. But interesting, the ones that they show with the house, now, this one is black, so you can't see the color of the house, but the ones that they show a house with and associate the colors with, first of all, yellow, and that's, my dream house is a yellow house. There's one around the corner from me that's like an ice yellow, really, really, really pale yellow, like the lightest part of the yellow in the sky right there. Like that butter yellow, barely yellow, you know? So the yellow house, and then on purple they have it too. Or, yeah. Okay, So interesting how yellow and the purple, because the yellow is gold, the opposite of the color, and the purple fruits, skins, has the monoatomic gold. Hello, grapes. Yeah. So, if you're gonna drink wine, drink that red wine, because you get this from the skins, the resveratrol, okay, the monoatomic gold. So gray and violet both have a cat. Okay, so that's intuition. Okay, we won't go too much into all those. But here's the little booklet, okay? Restore my soul. And then this was the oh yeah, it was the first one, right? Well, no, that's Acts 11:23. Okay. That's the first one. Oh, and these flowers, like what my neighbor gave me, but they're a different color. The ones she gave me were purple. Oh, and dogwood is the set. Okay, so two white dogs, and dogwood is the second poem. Okay, and then here's 1 Corinthians. There's that 13:13 I saw. So faith, hope, love remain. These three, but the greatest of these is love. Oh. Stephen Michael Schumacher. Archer is like arch, your foot. Where'd it go? Oh yes, maybe it's the last one. Almost the last one? Okay. So there's this. Oh. And I would get you the label from the sandwich, but it's all yucky, so no. He's just gonna, yeah. Do trust me on that one. It's nothing. Plus, it's nothing that's gonna lead you to the slaughter. As long as it's something that, like, right? It's not a big deal. It's like, oh, you don't believe me that I got a sriracha sandwich? Well, that's, you know, not gonna lead you to heaven or hell. Either way, so it's not important. So, those are the decks that I got, and yeah, she's already talking to me. This very much Divine Mother deck. So that I saw that in the wallet that I got recently, also from the same store. The Dia de los Muertos. Okay, it's got the cross right there. Okay, and the Chin, Chan, Clan, Cleft. Okay. Now, just want to pull some cards. These are both Los Garabeo as well. So this is more like the South American. And this is more like the European. Okay. Divine Mother, okay, same, but just a little bit different feel. So more Roman, Greek, okay. Oh, and the tens on here. So the pentacles are like hands and feet, okay. The rods are hips. We'll see what comes up. The one's feet, one's hips, one's, or hands or feet, either way, hips, one's, we'll see. I think one's golden faces, that's for the swords, I believe, which makes sense because it's like messages from God. Okay, God's shining. God's face shines upon you. Okay, one more. So yeah, that fan fell. I don't know because I don't have any clocks in the house, and I had my computer off and in the other room. Same with the phone. Definitely before the sun came out though. There's a good couple more hours before that, so that's probably around 3. Oh, I wouldn't, probably 3:33 in the morning if I were to take a guess. I just said maybe 3:33 in the morning if I were to take a guess, and there's an Ace of Swords. So I kind of was like, yeah, maybe it was Gabriel, because it was the fan, but I did say, I bind, rebuke in Jesus' name. What did I say? I rebuke, bind, and cast you out in Jesus' name. And I just repeated that a few times. Oh, that was fine. It was just a little startling because it was noisy as it, fell. I hope it didn't break anything. I think it clattered a little bit, but I didn't hear anything break. So, what do we got on the bottom here? The Chariot. Let's just see what's going on with our masculine, feminine energies. Ooh, I love that 2 of Pentacles. See how it forms a butterfly? 2 wings, 2 lungs. Okay, 2 working together. Oh, this came up for me when I was doing my own reading yesterday. So 2 of Pentacles on the side of the Divine Feminine, which is perfect. Okay, Ace of Swords crowning, that is the most perfect card to have in the crowner, is the most clear, precise illumination from God, the word, the sword, the blade, and then the ears, right? Because the blade comes out, that separates. Now the ears are 2. Okay, now we have separation. I divide. One I is like the letter I, okay? Because he's the electric, he's the piercing. What is that? Oh, 7 of Pentacles at the center. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. 8 of Swords at the foundation. Yeah, I'm understanding what's happening there, though. Okay, so here's the Page of Swords for the masculine with the 6 of Cups. Okay, so this new... see how he's sitting at a desk and he's listening? He's writing stuff down. Okay, that's the Page of Swords. He's not wielding. In this deck, he's listening, okay, to the governance of the Divine Feminine wisdom, and that is within him, that God gave him a right brain, okay, to do so. So that's the receiving part, listening. Stuff's coming in. Oh yeah, dreams, vision, all kinds of stuff. Okay, crowning is the Ace of Swords. So masculine's really going to be applying this knowledge internally. Okay, reunion of self first with the 6 of Cups, and then we have the Queen of Cups. And then the Queen of Swords. This is what I'm saying. Okay, so internally, going deep within, because it's the Queen, so it's the internal, but it's water and ether, okay, together, masculine and feminine, but deep within, okay, deep internal reunification of self, reawakening to the self, this growth at the heart of it with the 7 of Pentacles, patience in the process. Don't push it, be patient. Reap only that which is ready to be harvested. Okay, each nugget along the way as we go, as we grow. Ooh, 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Rods. Feminine. The Moon. Ha ha ha. 10 of Pentacles. Oh my God, and what's the next top card? 3 of Wands. Okay, just beautiful stuff on the horizon. See, he's got it. That book in that bird's mouth, it's been written. It's already written. Okay? This is like a messenger of God, and it's coming. Everything that you've hoped for, wished for, dreamed, Okay, abundance. There's the 10 of Pentacles. We have the Chariot on the bottom. So not only are you moving forward, as you're moving, the more you move and go forward, the more things come to you, okay? The more you gain momentum, the more the momentum of the miracles and blessings flowing to you, okay? It has. So, Chariot and 3 of Wands. This is the masculine and feminine coming together, working together. 2 wings, 2 lungs, that partnership to get one thing done. Okay? And that partnership is right on the horizon for many of you, 3 of Wands with that Chariot card. So look at Divine Feminine. Okay, we do have this 8 of Swords at the foundation, and I'll get to that. This is that abandonment issue, okay? As that comes up, remember, go into your heart where you can see things accurately, okay? You can see how patient you've been, how much you've grown. So if old triggers come back up, remember, we're all connected all the time. This abandonment thing is a lie, but this is the thing of the twin flames that we have to overcome to get to truth in order to share it with the world, okay? That there is no such thing as separation. That's the lie of the Matrix, to keep you in fear, make you feel alone, do all these controls that they have, okay? It's a big... it's a rat's nest. It's not a beautiful woolly woven spider's web. It's a rat's nest, okay? So, like, the masculine has the 6 of Cups with 2 queens, the Page of Swords. That's beautiful, okay? Feminine, you have the 2 of Pentacles with the 2 of Wands, the Moon, hello, 1, the womb, rebirth, dreams, intuition. This is no more illusion. And you got that 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. So what I'm getting from the Moon is the manifesting power of Mother. The partnership that Mother is. The Moon, the womb. Okay. And I'm seeing 2 very mature lily pads. She also has her 2 hands in the water. Okay, there's hands again. See how there's 2? Moon, womb, 2, ooh. This is the 2 because before we're split, okay, and then we come back together as one again. Luna, una, 1, anu, new, una, anu. So in physical too, energetically as well as tangibly, okay? And then spiritually, because of the Moon, this could be past lives because of the reincarnation, okay? The Moon recycling center, right? Okay. So 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, that's combining your energies together in the physical to accomplish a goal, becoming one in all aspects, okay? Because you have fire, you have earth. He's got 6 of Cups with 2 queens. So it's like we got very much not just the rebirth part, but now the awareness of the oneness, okay, of the 2 coming back together, that full circle of understanding the split, understanding and coming back together. See, that's the diamond. We split off, okay, dual, and we come back together, anchoring that into the earth, okay? And so we're partners, twin flames, anchoring, connecting, triangulating with God, and then anchoring down, okay, into the earth. And then the earth gives us messages, okay? She needs healing, she needs whatever, okay? So we work together as the twin flames, triangulate that to God. God gives us the messages, twin flame, anchor that into earth. So this is the diamond, this is the 1-2-1, this is the trinity of the feminine, okay? Comes down from heaven, the trinity of the masculine, rising up from the earth. We meet, we make that time clock, that hourglass. Then one more merge, that's the Star of David. It's the balanced, heart-centered, Christ consciousness. Okay, then it becomes the diamond, the third and final phase. Now it's crystallized. Now it's cemented. That balance is Boom, locked in, okay? Look at the bounty. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. See, the hands are doing God's work now. That's why you get the 10 of Pentacles. Enough to sustain a community, to pass on to further generations, to be called upon by the Lord to do great things. This is why we get blessed with the 10 of Pentacles, to do great things all for God's glory. Okay? Or else we don't get the 10 of Pentacles. Or we can get a little taste of it and then get it stripped away. Okay? But, oh my goodness. Ace of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, that 8 of Swords, but that's okay because that's the whole foundation of the twin flame thing, the masculine and feminine come together knowing that we're unified within, and as within, so without, as above, so below. Okay? Allow yourself to know. I just got from this with each of these swords, now there's truth of this golden light flowing from the heavens to each of these swords that used to lie, but now they can't help but tell the truth that there is no separation. See all the gold, like lightning, photonic golden light from God. See how it's like covering and drenching, it's like getting mustard on the swords. Okay, it's everything is being divulged. Okay, nothing can be hidden anymore. So these swords, they're saying, oh, this is the truth, this is the way it is, it's just the way it is, life's rough. No, now we're seeing the truth because God's truth is flowing in to activate and let stand out the truth that does exist down here, but then also burn away all the stuff that they say is true but is actually a lie. So this is, that golden light is the separator. Okay, separates the wheat from the tare. Okay, the chaff, the whatever. So now the lies that we've taken as truth, now true is going, real truth from God is coming in to show you what actual truth is. Not the ones that we've been fed our whole life that are lies and packaged as truth. And this is the growth and awareness of that too. And what it takes, the masculine really implementing that divine feminine wisdom, being one within so that you're that strong foundation of a man that God wants you to be. And the feminine knows that there is no doing it on your own. You must have a partner. Okay? There's no, I did this, I gotta. No, we have to humble ourselves enough to God to know that God wants us to work in partnership because it helps us grow. Okay, you can't just be some yogi on a mountain and be like, how do you know? You're not even interacting with anyone. How do you know that you're enlightened? So God loves partnership. That's what it's all about down here. So feminine, we're getting to that place where it's like, no, we do need a man. And not in a way that, yes, God provides for us, but in a way that for our soul's growth, for what the next level and what God wants us to keep going and growing and glowing on. So the only way to truly do that is to have a partner, have someone reflecting back at you all day, constantly, so that we're always just purging out any lies, so that we're always aligned with truth and what God wants us to do. And we're always aligned with truth. We're always doing what God wants us to do and seeing what God wants us to see and focused on that and putting God first. It's all about truth. We have to strip away all the crap, okay? Bare bones truth in it. That's how we move forward. That's how we see clearly all the blessings, miracles of healing and financial abundance, everything to start our businesses, to heal our bodies, excuse me, to connect with others and help facilitate their healing and soul's evolution, all this, okay? So the only thing I could say is that 8 of Swords right there in the foundation, but that's it, right? I mean, that's the whole thing. Separation consciousness versus unity consciousness. One's aligned with truth, one is not. So one is of the heart, which is truth, and all other is false, okay? If it's not of the heart, then it's false. So, reaping the rewards of all the work that you've done, struggling to just maintain truth, and the ego wants to come in and infect it with lies of this Eight of Swords, but you're like, no, I know what God has told me and shown me. Okay, down here in the earth, Malkuth, down here at the root, yeah, that's the way to keep you down low in vibration, keep you in the root chakra, is telling you that you can't heal from an autoimmune disease. There's no cause, there's no cure. This is a dog eat dog world. Whatever, all the bullshit lies. Okay? We know better now because of our connection with Source. We have access to truth. Truth that we don't even understand yet, but we know that it's given to us by God. Okay? And it may be the total opposite of what you've been told your whole life. So see the struggle? But I think we've really grown into this place of like acceptance, surrendered to God, submitted to God, surrendered. And see, they even use that against you. Oh, to submit. Because it is a natural thing that we do. Submit to God. Surrender the ego. But see, they want to use that. Okay, the ones who want to control and manipulate and not let us have free will, which is in Sirach. Okay, talks about free will. You have as many cycles as you want to come back to. God is so patient. God is on a totally different clock. He's on a divine clock. You can come back, reincarnate as many times as you want, take the test over and over and over and over. That's how patient and loving and generous and kind God is, mother and father, okay? That's how loving and kind and patient, generous, and we want to see it the other way. I used to see it the other way too, but actually I'm like, no, that shows God's patience and kindness, that you can do it as many times as you want until you get it right, because he wants your liberation. Now's the time to see the fruits of your labor. And it's all going from separation consciousness to unity consciousness, which basically is just aligning with truth and letting the lies fall away and die. And Divine Feminine, 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, the Moon, 10 of Pentacles. This is beautiful. I love it. Same with the masculine. 6 of Cups and then 2 Queens, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. So it's like the left and right. Okay, he's letting the feminine lead the way, but he still has the masculine. He's got the swords. Okay, he's got the feminine. He's got the cups, but he's letting the right, the movement, the expressive, the movement part lead the way. The right brain. Gabriel, Geb, ebb, flow. Okay. I really think I'm getting like he's actually studying in a tangible way, not just like meditating and stuff, but the Divine Masculine is like reading up on stuff, like maybe getting into the Bible, maybe getting into more spiritual books, like reading blogs and connecting with other people that are okay, so like really tangibly doing, because it's Page of Swords, it's, you know, it's a feminine, it's page, but it's a sword, so it's very much they're in their element with the ether, with the swords. Okay, so getting into that word, because I see Queen of Swords, Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, 8 of Swords, so maybe studying about the separation consciousness and what it all means, where it comes from, and you know, however it is for each Divine Masculine, but this is, you know, the general energy. So I love the cards. I love them. And when that 8 of Swords comes up, that's just a reminder of not like, oh, you're going to get abandoned. No. How far, remember, this is the biggest issue. Okay, here it is again to just remind you. Okay, look at your track record so far. How far have you come? What have you learned? Give yourself some credit, okay? Don't rest on your laurels. We don't want to be resting on them laurels, but you know, see things accurately. See all the growth and change. Okay? All glory to the Most High. See what God can do. Work miracles in you, in your body, in your mind, in your actions, in your emotions. I love God's work. I love your work. I love God. He does good work. You know what I'm saying? So we're just going to freestyle and see what we get with this deck. If it wants to shuffle. I don't remember if, I think this happened in real life. There was like, I looked over and there was a car that ended in 89 and then another one that ended in yeah, that ended in 89. So I don't know if that was my dream or I actually saw that in the parking lot or something. So, my twin was born in 88, so he would have been 1 in 89. 1, Ace of Swords. Yeah, and I was like 13. Yeah, right? The babysitter fantasy type thing. I'm just kidding. Okay, so. And we have Hermit the Virgo on the bottom. With the, oh, it's Page of Cups. Is that the page? I believe that's the page. Yeah. So Page of Cups, and he's Pisces moon, so we got Page of Cups on the top. Virgo, Hermit on the bottom. Ooh, I don't know, I'm just saying. Honey, sweet honey love offer, I don't know. This one was, oh, because when I did my reading, I asked for one last card and 4 came out, and it was something with the 10 of Cups and like the Sun cards. It was just like 4 awesome ones. I was just like, oh lordy. Okay, let's see what we get as a clarifier, just overall. Put a period. Okay, we gotta turn her over. 9 of Swords. Okay, that flipped over. So that 8 of Swords, that's all I'm saying. Don't go 9 of Swords with it. Go 7 of Pentacles with it. Ace of Swords. Look at it from the perspective of truth, from the heart. God brings things back around to remind you how far you've come and just to like test what you know and put it into action and implement it and not be triggered back into old behavior patterns. He's not putting it out there to trigger you back into, okay? It's use everything for your benefit. That's what God does. He uses everything for his glory. Everything is for God's glory. Okay? The miracles he does in you. Okay, so when those came out, look, there's the 8 of Swords on the bottom. That's what I'm saying. With the Hierophant on top. So it's just to test you and see how steadfast are you in your knowing. Because the Hierophant, when something pops up, boom, he knows right what it is, where to go, how to react. Okay, or not to react. Okay. So 8 of Swords, Hierophant. What do we got here? See, 6 of Wands. This victory. Okay, it's victorious, overcoming that. Okay, struggle of Everyone's just out to get us. It's all separate. No unification, no cooperation. 5 to 6 of Wands. And here's the Page of Wands. Oh, and the Empress. Oh, no, this is the... No. No, this is the Three of Swords, what I'm talking about. Okay, what I'm saying. Okay, so here we go. So starting off, okay, Three of Swords, this broken heart. Okay, this is the start of the path. This is the fire that motivates us. Is this broken heart, because we can't stay like this. We want something better. We know there's a better way than being brokenhearted. Okay, so we realize we got to fight through our ego to understand what this is all about. We have to fight through it and arrive at victory, a place of stillness. Okay. It all ends in victory, though. That's the most important part. All ends in victory. All paths lead to victory with God. What's that? Okay, at first that's who I thought that was a High Priestess, but then I saw that 3, so I'm like, wait, but then the things were different than the other card. I'm like looking for the number. I'm like, oh wait, that's the other deck. So there is the Magician. Okay. That's what I opened to. Magician. We have 8 of Swords on the bottom with the Hierophant on top. So that Magician, you have everything available to you to create your reality. You can have it be looking like this 8 of Swords, or you can be on top of the world as that Hierophant. Okay? Just pillar of strength. Now what do we got in this one? Queen of Wands, and this keeps coming up. So this is what I'm saying. That fiery, feminine fire. See that black and that red? Those roses, that fire coming up out of the earth. Okay? As we heal, we gain our power back. Okay? That divine, feminine, creative force, that fire. Oh, it's gaining momentum, and it is so rich, right? The soil was so depleted, right? So stripped. Now it's building its richness. All the nutrients in the earth are building. Same with our body. We're building the new infrastructure. Okay? God's golden goo is going to glop all over you and suffocate any untruth. And that's going to happen with the world. It's going to happen with you. It's going to happen... And we're all connected, so it's happening everything, everywhere, above, below, inside, outside. Okay. And what was on the... Yeah, 8 of Swords and the Hierophant. This was the Chariot with the 3 of Wands, right? Yeah. So all good things flow to those who balance, put God first, balance, and then we align with others. We partner up with those who have put God first and they're balanced. And we charge forward. That Chariot card, that's the perfect partnership. And it's a blessing by God because it's major arcana. So the power to get through it is a blessing, and then the rewards of the blessings that just flow to you with ease because of having done that. Okay, it's twofold. It's like loving God and hating the devil. It's twofold. Or else you're a line dancer. Nah, we don't do that. We won't be rainbow dancer, okay, but not line dancer. Oh yeah, wait, I have 2 decks out here. I'm gonna get them mixed up. Okay, all right, you guys. There's a little update for y'all. Energetic update for left brain, right brain enthusiasts. All right, there you go. I think I shared all my synchronicities and yeah, went off a little bit because we kind of combined 2 in 1, but I wanted to pull cards for all the things that were coming up just to clarify the messages. So, all right, love, peace, and blessings, everyone.